Copic friends, Michelle Houghton here. I just wanted to let you know about a new thing I'm going to try. Don't know how long it will last or how often it will happen, but once a week I'm going to try to come in for about 3 minutes. So it's quick, it's fast, and show you a color combination that I am picking from a photograph. These are all photographs that I have taken personally, and so it's things that I would use for photo references. But it also gives you an example of how I would use a photo in any situation. I pull a lot of photos from online when I Google stuff and look for, okay, what type of flower, a certain type of animal, look for photo references to look for those colors. But I want to show you how I'm doing that, and a lot of people have said they appreciate it when I put it into some of my Copic videos. So these are going to be really short snippets. It'll only be on Facebook. I might put them on my blog as well, but those would be the two places to look for them. 3 minutes. Learn how to find those color combinations, and I'm going to do a new one hopefully each week. Can't give any promises, but that's going to be the goal. Hope you're going to join me. Keep watching and you'll see the first. It'll be even shorter because of this little intro. All right, so today's little coloring exploration is a speed round. We have like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes most. This is the flower that I took a photo of on the mountain in Alaska. This is a close-up so you can really get a good look at those colors. And I want to show you kind of what I've already been through, because this took me 8 to 10 minutes. I literally pulled all of my violets, blue violets, and red violets. I'm not necessarily looking for complementary colors at this point. I'm truly looking for some of that base color, trying to get those really deep, rich violets that have those red violet undertones. I really struggled finding that. So some of the ones that were more successful, I felt like this was a good series, but you can see it's still too much RV. And it was a series of RVs, one blue violet, and then a couple violets. It stayed pretty pinkish though. I felt like it was a little too much. These are some of the blue violet series. This group in the center is that blue, the B6s. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm laying down, maybe I start with my RV, come in with my violet, try to see if I can find one. This to me ended up being a little bit closer. And so then I played with, do I lay my RV down first and then my violets or blue violets, or do I put my blue violets down first and my red violets next? So this was the next group, and I then played a little bit more, and I'll tell you what I did. This was the next group, and it's blue violets with our red violets on top. And this was the initial try, and then I brought in brighter, more saturated red violets, like the zeros, so like a 00, or I think this was a 02 and a 04 in the red violet, and I put that on top and it brightened it up even further. And then what you can see on the card is that I keep bending it and literally holding it above the photograph to see how close I'm getting. I still was leaning back towards these blues, and so I felt like, well, maybe let's give this one more try. So I want to show you what I've ended up with, and I'm liking this combination. Let me show you. I like this even better. Now, I could put this along the edge. If some of you have taken class from me before, there's a punch hole system you can use as well, but when I'm truly testing for a quick color match, I usually just fold that scratch piece of paper that I'm looking for. So this is my color combo, and I'll write it down. But it is a B79, B69, B66, kind of blending as I go out. And because I'm working so fast, I'm not necessarily needing to go all the way back, but you can. And these are not perfectly blended, but remember, I've got a whole nother layer coming. Then I have two RVs. I've got an RV 5.5 and an RV 5.2. Now, I want to show you something. Because I'm working on a glass mat, These inks are pretty thick and wet. This is the RV55. I'm going from the darker end. The 5.5 is lighter than in value than the 7.9 and the 6.9. So it is going to kind of bleach those out a little bit. It's not really bleaching. It's pushing that ink around, kind of shattering it. You can do a little bit of circling, but I want you to see something. I'm picking up some of that the blue on this marker because it's so dark. Not so much that it just is darker, so it's picking it up a little bit. All I have to do is scrub that marker off to the side and it's gone. But before I recap it, I want to clean it off. I'm then going to use my RV52, come back from that lighter end and push back in. It's going to lighten that end, and both of those are going to brighten that color. This one didn't seem to pick up as much, but I'm going to be careful with it as well. But I want to show you how close I've gotten now. So some of those blue tones are getting in there. I felt like it's really the right combination of all of it. So B7.9, B6.9, B6.6, B6.3, and then on top of it, RV5.5 and RV5.2. So next week, I'll do a whole different color combination, a whole different flower, but I'm going to walk you through more of this part. All right, so you can see my process of elimination. And that is how I find colors to match my photos. Thanks for tuning in this week. Have a happy, colorful day.